Hi, this is Phil, and I'm here to tell you all about the Capes and Lunatics Patreon. Get early access to all of our interviews, including the monthly Chichester chats with writer and comic book legend D.G. Chichester, new episodes of classic Capes and Lunatics shows, including The Quantum Zone, This, That, or the Third, and many, many more specials, all completely uncensored. Access starts for $3 a month, full video when you pledge $5 a month. Check out the link in our show notes or go to patreon.com/CapesandLunatics. Hope to see you there. Court now in session. Hello, everyone, and welcome back to another week of Marvel Tales, our final Cap episode this month. I am Phil. Joining me, as always, the return of the coral snake. It is.
Yes, just in the old adopting the guise of coral snake again.
Oh my, yes, because again, not only the last Cap episode this month, but the last Serpent Society episode this month has covered the trial of Diamondback from Captain America 380 through 382. As we
trial of Diamondback.
And we'll find out the Serpent Society has a new leader. Sidewinder kind of gave up the job.
Yeah.
Retired.
And handed over to probably the most unstable person on the roster.
Yeah, I think it was just the name recognition. He's been around longer than all of them.
Yeah.
Oh, that's fun.
But that doesn't necessarily mean that he's fit for the job.
I know.
As we discover in this story.
Unless it's just like, you fought Thor and survived? Okay, you're in.
Okay, yeah. You thought Mr. Hyde and survived? All right.
You and Mr. Hyde are frenemies? Okay. All right. Oh my god. Okay, none of these have. Well, the first two issues don't have a synopsis, but the last one has one of those like one-word synopses.
Nice. Okay.
And I think it's the funniest one I've ever read, so I have to read that when we get to the last issue.
Yeah, definitely.
Yes. All right. All right. So should we jump in?
Yes. Yeah. Let's do it.
Oh, Lil's not here like last episode. She's gonna miss the Bernie return.
I know. This is so weird. This Bernie Rosenthal return out of nowhere, right?
Love triangle. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, because Grunwald kind of wrote her out in the beginning of his, towards the beginning of his run, and now it's like,
yeah, bringing her back in for some romantic tension, I guess. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. I mean, I like Bernie, but I again, maybe it's just because it's when I started reading during Grunwald's run, but Diamondback's my favorite. I'm just like,
yeah, me too. Yeah,
you hussy, don't try to.
Yeah.
All right. Captain America number 380 from December 1990 with friends like these. ... Mark Grunwald writer, Ron Lim penciler, Danny Belandi inker, colorists Christy Shealy and Steve Bucceletto, letterer Joe Rosen, and editor Ralph Macchio. All right, so kids, I think we know. Well, this one opens up with Diamondback in a cell, all chained up, and she was knocked out and captured at the end of the last in the backup for last issue. So,
and this takes place, I think, right after the Streets of Poison story, right?
Kind of. There was one issue in between. At 379 was the Cap and Quasar versus Nefaria. That one. Oh,
that one. Yes. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Right.
And then, like I said, Diamondback gets captured in the backup story in that one.
Right,
so.
That's right.
Oh yeah, we should. Oh yeah, we can cover that one day. Again, I'm always down for Quasar.
Well, yeah, definitely. Yeah, did you cover that one in the Quantum Zone?
Yeah, early on. Yeah. We could do it here. Yeah. Oh my god,
that would be cool.
And Moonstone.
Moonstone, yeah, the original Moonstone. Yeah, but we could do a couple of the appearances of Nefarious.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, because he appeared a couple of times. Yeah. In the beginning of this issue, also it should be noted that Diamondback's back in her original costume.
Oh yeah, well they put her in that costume.
Yeah, she had been wearing a different one during the Streets of Poison stuff.
Yes. As you see on the cover, yes, she's in her original costume.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Although that cover is false advertising. There's at least one person on that cover who voted the other way. Then they have him on the cover.
Yeah. Yeah, and I was kind of surprised by that. Rock Python?
Rock Python.
Like, he was one of the people that voted for Diamondback.
Mm-hmm.
Like, and I didn't really have any illusion that he had a friendship or any type of previous relationship with her. Like, with Bushmaster, like, those two had already seen some shit together, so they already had a past.
Well, yeah, and he from our first episode, yeah, I mean, he saved her, or she saved him from MODOK when he ripped his arms off and stuff.
Yeah, he would have drowned if it hadn't been for her. And there were a couple of other things that happened that showed that they had a bit of a friendship.
Yeah.
But with Rock Python, there wasn't really any type of, or at least anything that I remember.
So yeah, she's in this cell thinking about it. Yeah, she was going to Avengers Mansion when she got knocked out from behind, and then next thing she knows, she's chained up in this cell. So
yeah, and confronted by none other than King Cobra.
Oh yeah, she's like Cobra. He's like, it's King Cobra now.
King Cobra now.
But she wants to know why she's chained up, and he's like, you've been accused of treason against the Serpent Society. We'll be holding a trial to determine your guilt or innocence.
Mm-hmm.
And he's like, I always liked you, but I have to play this by the book, or else I may lose the mandate to lead this sinister assemblage. But yeah, he said Sidewinder turned over leadership to him. If you're innocent, you have nothing to fear. And then, of course, who's escorting her? Who are her guards? Puff Adder and
yep, this is.
I'd be taking no chances. Yeah, Puff Adder and.
Yeah, the two most physically powerful members of the team.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And then meanwhile, we see Cap working out with the Avenger support staff.
Yeah, putting them through the paces,
climbing ropes like an old school gym class.
Yeah.
But then I love when Fabian's back and they're like, oh, he's back from rehab, and Steve just flips from the top, basically the top of the gym down to the floor.
Yeah, effortlessly. I
mean, he's so far away, but I mean, just look at, you can still tell John Jameson's astonished. He's like, what?
Yeah, how did you do that?
But yeah, so Fabian's telling him how he's got a clean bill of health, and when
Steve says, so do I.
Yeah, he talks to him private. He's like, yeah, I kind of I guess Fabian didn't know what happened. He told him about the whole Streets of Poison, and they had to filter out the super soldier serum. Don't worry, kids, it grows back.
Yeah, he gets it back.
Yeah. Because again, they made this big deal about, he didn't take it recreationally, but he's like, because he said at the end of the Streets of Poison too, he's like, oh, I'm glad that's out of my system. Now I can just be, Captain America without a drug in my system. Well, I think it's 2 issues from now. It's like, oh, it's back. Or after,
it's back.
It's back.
Yeah, that didn't last very long.
Yes, but then Jarvis reminds Steve that he got invited to a party in Brooklyn Heights, where he used to live. Oh, there's the 69, because the address was 569 for that apartment.
Oh, okay.
Lilith, get your ass back in here.
I don't know if she could handle 2 Captain America episodes in a row.
No, I know.
That's a lot.
Especially when they're edible supplies at all time.
Right. Yes. That's a lot.
So then, we're back at the Serpent Society headquarters, and Black Mamba has been assigned to defend Diamondback. Although
I think Lilith would like the Serpent Society. I think she'd like the spotlight on them. I think she'd find them funny. Yeah.
I love that Black Mama's costume. Yeah, she's got those 2 snakes.
I know. Yeah.
Over her shoulder. I'm like, oh, jeez.
Yeah.
But yeah, she says, you've been under surveillance for weeks, which again, Grunwald ahead of time, because remember Boomslang was checking out her apartment at the beginning.
Yeah. When he got shot by some gang members.
Oh.
And I love this conversation too, because it gives Mark Grunwald a chance to give maybe some casual readers of this title a chance to see where the relationship between these 2 characters really began, because Rachel tells Black Mamba about the beginnings of her relationship with him.
Oh yeah, they do those flashbacks.
Yeah, she said, you were there when I first laid eyes on him at that mall when we were hunting down the renegade robot MODOK.
Again, 2 episodes ago, kids.
Yep. And then she says, I saw him twice after that. The second time being just him and me stalking that crook killer Scourge.
Mm-hmm.
Because Scourge had just killed Death Adder, her teammate.
Yeah, that's the one where he mows down all 18 the villains.
Yeah, the bar with no name. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And then she goes, he resisted my advances, of course, which made me desire him all the more. I was like, oh, Rachel, girl after my own heart.
Justin's like, me too. Me too, girl.
Yeah. And then she goes, as you know, I was the one who called him in when the Viper tried to take over our old headquarters.
Back when he was the captain, yeah.
Right. And then they have a reference to the Bloodstone stuff. So I loved that. We had kind of a play-by-play chapter history in a very small, condensed form. It didn't have to take up 3 pages. Yeah, it was great. I love that.
And I also love where, when Black Mom asks her, oh, is the guy you've been seeing Captain America? Yeah. And she's like, I haven't told him nothing about you guys. She's like, if I did, don't you think he'd be here now? Like trying to bust the place?
Which is a good argument. I mean, if Captain America wanted to, he could call down even a fraction of the Avengers to take down the Serpent Society. It would probably only take, Thor and maybe 2 or 3 other people, the Wasp and Black Widow, or a couple other people to take down the Serpent Society. I almost
feel like Cap and Iron Man can do it themselves.
Right, exactly. Yeah, so she's got a really valid point there.
Mm-hmm. But again, I mean, Black Mama says it in a nice way, but some, like a bunch of the snakes this issue are just like, oh yeah, why would a guy like Captain America want with like street trash like you?
Oh yeah, love that street trash.
But yeah, she keeps telling him, she's like, he's never asked me for information about you, and I have not told him information about you, just like I would not share information about him with you.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And then we see as Cap get to the party at Brooklyn Heights, and again, Bernie's back. Bernie Rosenthal is back, kids.
Yeah.
Again, she's probably my second favorite. So.
Oh, is she? Nice.
Yeah. Because again, I mean, last few years they've been trying to, ever since like Mark Waid brought her back, like they always try to get him back with like Sharon Carter. I was like,
I'm not so fond of that.
Yeah, no.
There's too much old history there. And it's just too weird. The whole Carter thing no. Stop.
Oh, baby, you look just like your aunt.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Stop dating people from the same family. That's crazy.
That's almost like a Byrne trope. It's like,
exactly. Yeah.
Your aunt. And again, remember, like, when he came out of the ice in the 60s, it was like Sharon and Peggy were sisters. And then once time started getting longer and longer, it's like, nah, she's the aunt now.
Yeah. Yeah. Who was that other woman that Steve dated for a while? Anne? Wasn't it Anne something?
Oh, I know there was one. Was it like early 200s? I'm not familiar.
She was a brunette, I think.
Yeah, was she like, I don't know, was she like South American or something? I forget. Or was it Donna something? I forget.
I feel like her name was Anne something or other. I feel like she didn't get enough time. Like they just kind of really. They did a couple of stories with her, and then they shipped her off. They're like, that's it. We're done with that. Let's move on.
Yeah, I'd say the big 3 were like Sharon, Bernie, and then Diamondback. But then, was it when Dan Jurgens takes over after Mark Waid? He starts dating another attorney. It was like Connie Ferrari.
Oh,
yeah. Because that's when Sharon was back, and she would make fun of him. She's like, "Oh, Ferrari, like the car."
Yeah, that's right. In the Mark Waid series. Yeah, I almost forgot about Connie. Whatever happened to her?
I don't know. Like I don't think they ever brought her back after that run. So, because again, if they ever need an attorney, they just bring in Bernie at this point.
You're right.
So yeah, he sees Bernie, and then we're back with the serpents. It's so funny. The prosecutor's coach whip.
I know, right? And she's nasty too to her.
Oh yeah.
She's saying a bunch of crap like, what did she say? She said, and it's something that Black Mamba immediately struck down as being, she goes, let me get this, the coach whip says, so let me get this straight. You want us to believe the most straight-laced man in the America began a relationship with a sleazy tramp, and he's got no ulterior motives. And Black Mamba was like, objection, Your Honor, that characterization of the defendant is unfair.
I mean, sleazy tramp. I mean, she's wearing more clothes than you, Coach Whip.
Yeah, exactly. She's more covered up than you are. Yeah, and she's not the one grinding up on King Cobra later on in another issue that we're going to cover.
Oh, she's basically wearing a bathing suit and sunglasses.
Yeah, right.
Now who's the tramp?
Yeah.
Then we see Steve and Bernie getting reacquainted. They went for a walk, and he's asking her about law school. She finally finished law school, and started talking about that. But then back to the Serpents. Oh, here we go. Black Mamba asking Diamondback, what attracted you to Captain America? Well, I thought he was cute and very manly. I was interested in seeing if all the hype in it about him could possibly be for real. I'm like, I could hear this in Justin's voice.
Yeah, totally. Yeah. Damn right.
But yeah, she considered it a challenge to get a guy like Cap to like her. But she's like, oh, what's in it? You know, what attracted him to you? And she's like, I'm not sure. He never really told me. I think he wants to help me reform, go straight. Guess he sees some good in me and wants to encourage it. And having a personal relationship with you is how he intends to do that. How else? How intimate have you been? Not very. I've seen him socially only twice. Helped him out on a few cases. And then I love the question. It's like, have you done anything that conflicts with the Serpent Society? She's like, no. She's like, you guys are in it for like, personal gain. He's for the public good.
Mm-hmm.
You guys are mercenaries. He's not about that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Then back at Steve and Bernie, she's like, oh, about it. Yeah. How he used to be a freelance illustrator and she used to be a cookie glass blower.
I wonder if her glass blowing business ever took off.
In that first issue, I mean, she had to shut down, so not really.
Yeah. I wonder if it ever did, though. I wonder if she bounced back.
Maybe that's how she paid her way through college.
True.
Glass blowing, kids.
Yeah.
But yeah, she was seeing a guy, but then she asked him if he's seen anybody, and he's like, I've dated a few times, but he's like, I should tell her about Rachel, but I don't know how I can explain. Dating this former villain, see?
Yeah.
So then back to the trial. They're giving closing arguments.
And we can pretty much see where this is going to go.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Because basically at the end, King Cobra is like, yeah, cast your votes, thumbs up, she's innocent, thumbs down, she's guilty. And yeah, most of them give the thumbs down.
Yeah. Except for Bushmaster, Asp, Black Mamba, and Rock Python again.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, 4 innocents and 7 guilty.
Yep.
So King Cobra says, Diamondback, the majority of your peers find you guilty of treason and conspiracy. The punishment for treason is death by lethal injection.
Death.
However, as judge, I can commute your sentence if you're willing to tell us everything we want to know about Captain America. With all due respect, Cobra, stick it up your mask.
Stick it up your mask.
But he says, yep, death it is then. You have until midnight to change your mind. And I love it. I guess it was earlier in this issue maybe, but I love when Black Mamba and Asp were like, or was it Diamondback? One of them was saying, oh yeah, what are they going to do? Mind wipe her like they did with Princess Python. They must have mind wiped Princess Python.
Oh yeah, that must have been what they did to her, right?
That's what they said they did, but I don't know if we ever saw it.
Yeah. Yeah, because I mentioned that in the other Serpent Society episode.
Yeah.
I was like, I wonder if they ever got back at her for ditching them during the whole MODOK thing.
I guess they mind wipe her to keep their secrets.
Okay, yeah, that makes sense.
Yes. Then the scene you mentioned of Coach Whip sitting on Cobra's lap in that in his office, like an Asp and Black Mamba coming. Can you just imagine? Just like, yeah, baby, call me King Cobra.
Yeah, King Cobra. I looked up that other woman too because I was curious what her name was. Holly Ridley.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah, the kid. Yeah, the mother of that kid who was helping him with his
kid. Yeah. The kid.
I think she flirted with him, but I don't think they ever really dated or anything.
They didn't date. I thought they were.
I know she like invited him over for like a dinner at some point, but I don't think that went past that. And again, too, that was like right before all the captain stuff. So.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I thought they dated for like a hot minute.
Yeah, I don't think they ever went anywhere. Like I said, all I remember is like the one dinner, but.
Oh, okay.
And of course, the kid's all excited. He's like, "Oh yeah, Captain America!
Oh my God, Captain America! My mom! Yeah, he's gonna be my stepdad.
Yeah, give it to her, Cap." He was on all those bulletin boards and stuff. Guys, you'll never guess what Captain America did to my mom. So anyway, yes, the Asp and Black Mamba are basically like, yeah, if you execute Diamondback, we're quitting. And Cobra says, you can do it. If you want to quit, that's fine. He says, but if you leave, I won't stop you. But let me warn you, if you attempt to aid her in any way, the next trial we hold will be yours.
Mm-hmm. He's not messing around.
And I love like the I don't know, I guess the red herring here, because Black Mamba talks about making a call and it's, for Diamondback, and you assume it's going to be the Captain America's hotline or something.
Mm-hmm.
But then, after we see Steve drop Bernie off at home, right before the execution, who comes to save Diamondback? No, it's not Captain America, kids. It's Sidewinder.
Yeah, surprise.
He teleports in and teleports out with Rachel. Yeah. Love that King Cobra at the end. This is an outrage. We'll not
This is an outrage.
Flagrant disregard for our law from anyone, not even our founder. Yeah. Sidewinder, this means war.
Yep.
Next issue, Fox. Yeah, what else? War.
That escalated quickly.
Mm-hmm. Yep. So snake versus snake, kids.
The Serpent Society civil war begins. Well, that escalated quickly.
Then we get the first part of our U.S. agent backup. Yeah, more Bagley. Yeah.
More Bagley. And this is basically like a retelling of his origin.
Yeah, because he's coming after this general because he's like, yeah, you guys messed with my memories when you gave me my my new identity and stuff. Because again, but he's like, no, we can put your memories back. But yeah. He says if it makes you less stable or effective, you're out of a job.
Mm-hmm.
So they start messing with his memories again, and he sees his childhood, remembers when his brother died, and then going off to basic training where he meets Lamar.
Mm-hmm.
And that's basically the backup from this first one.
Yeah,
I do like how they reprint the letters pages.
Me too. I always love it when they put the letters pages in there. That's great.
And it did remind me how these the Captain America letter pages were so far behind. I think even more late than most letters pages, because again, this is issue 380. They're talking about 371.
Oh yeah.
Hey, remember 9 months ago? Issue 380. They were not even talking Streets of Poison yet. Well, again, sometimes they skip the letters pages. They need an extra page for story or something.
That's true. Yeah. Back in the day, though, they usually only had one page was the letters page.
Yeah.
They rarely did like 2 or 3.
And sometimes
DC did a bunch. I remember DC had 3 or 4 pages sometimes.
Sometimes,
yeah.
And then sometimes you only squeezed in like 1 or 2 letters if you had that damn what is that, statement of ownership or something in the side there. Yeah,
right.
Legal stuff they had to print like once a year or whatever.
Yeah.
Stupid. All right, we ready for the next one?
I'm ready.
I think these 3 covers, I mean, all the stories are good, but I think these 3 covers I like more as a group. I like more than the last episode's covers.
Yeah, me too. Yeah, all the covers are great.
Yeah.
Some great Ron Lim artwork.
Like 371 was fine, but it's like, and again, it looked like an old school romance thing, but it's getting no Cap in costume, no Diamondback in costume.
Yeah. These are more like kind of old fashioned.
Yeah, like this one with the word bubble on it. Yeah.
Totally. And the superimposed stuff. Yeah, definitely.
The smirk on Paladin there.
Yeah. And the dialogue box on the cover.
Yes.
Which we don't see anymore.
Oh yeah, that really smacks of old school. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. So Captain America 381. Like I said, there's no synopsis for this, but I'm pretty sure it's the same team here. Yeah, 381, January 1991. This gun's for hire.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think we got the same team here. We get another sentence one, but not as funny as next issues. Diamondback recruits Paladin to help her escape the vengeance of her former allies in the Serpent Society.
Well, that is kind of accurate. That is what happens.
So, but yeah, the issue opens up. We see Sidewinder teleported Diamondback back to his apartment.
Yeah, and this man is sweating bullets. He's afraid because he knows that, well, Cobra and the rest of the Serpent Society knows exactly where he lives.
Oh yeah, he says he's packing up as much as he can, and he's gone. He's leaving.
Yeah.
He says, yeah, they're going to be coming after me. And he says, you better leave too. Cause he's like, I'm not going to help you again. He's like, I owed you one from, the whole Viper thing.
Mm-hmm.
Cause the Viper poisoned him. He would have been dead if she hadn't gotten anything into him. So he's like, I paid you back, but don't expect me to help you again.
Yeah.
And she's like, well, what about Black Mamba? She's like, that was your girlfriend when you were, running.
Yeah. And he's like, yeah, that's over.
She's like, she wouldn't want to be in my debt. And I'm like, well, she wouldn't want to be she'd rather be dead than in your debt, maybe.
Yeah.
And Marvel Comics could never, with all the dialogue on that page.
Yeah, I know.
I love it. I love it.
Yes, I love it too, especially if it's Mark Grunwald dialogue.
Oh yeah,
it's always so good.
And then back at Serpent Society headquarters, the first thing we see King Cobra say is Diamondback and Sidewinder to be terminated on sight. A double annual salary bonus to the party or parties who bring in their corpses.
Yeah.
So he sends Black Racer, Rattler, and Coach Whip to Sidewinder's apartment. And then we get Rock Python, Puff Adder, and
Anaconda. Yeah, the heavyweights.
Diamondback's apartment.
Yeah.
Fer-de-Lance and Cottonmouth. Let me stake out the back entrance to Avengers Mansion because that's where Diamondback was going the last time. But I'm just like, is it really smart for you guys to be hanging out behind Avengers Mansion?
Avengers Mansion, yeah, just in any capacity.
I mean, they'd spot you. There could be a whole team of Avengers coming at you.
The Wasp could be flying around and they never know it.
Yeah, or if they're not even in the mansion, if they're coming to the mansion,
Yeah. Yeah, it's a little silly, right? And then Bushmaster's like, what about me? And he said, you and I have some rogues to attend to.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
But then, meanwhile, in a diner 5 blocks from Avengers Mansion,
yeah,
Cap and John Jameson are eating some burgers. That's when Peggy calls him and says, yeah, Rachel called, said it's extremely urgent. He's like, where, at the mansion? She's like, no, she wants to meet you in front of the library. Cap's like, wait, the library at this hour? And again, Grunwald dialogue. I love. He tells John, hate to make you wolf down that burger, John, but we got to run. I'm done, but I wish you'd use another expression than wolf down.
Yeah, I know. That's so funny, right? Yeah.
And again, if you don't know the history, you're like, okay. But it's like, if you know the history, it's like,
if you know the history, it's like, oh, yeah. Steve should have known better than to use that turn of phrase.
So I love they get to the library. I love Steve's like, don't even stop. Don't even slow down. He's like, he just jumps out of the van.
Yeah.
He's just like, yeah, stay where you can see me. But yeah, just keep going. So he gets there and then she tells him all about the trial and how they tried to kill her. And he's like, what about us? She's like, yeah. But she's like, I appreciate you never asked me about them. But she's like, yeah, no, that's done. No, we're taking them down. He's like, oh, good. He's like, they've been frustrated me for a long time. No, that's great.
Yeah, he's all on board.
He's like, I'll even call in the Avengers so that none of them get away. She's like, no, wait, 2 of them have to get away.
Yeah, Black Mamba and Asp have helped her, and then this is where there causes some conflict because Steve's like, well, I can't really guarantee. I mean, they're criminals, even though they did help you and they did contact me, which. They did the right thing there. It still doesn't make up for the fact that they have criminal histories and they still have to be prosecuted to the extent of the law for their actions. And that pissed Diamondback off. She just left. She's like, fine, I got somebody else to help me.
She's yeah, because he's like, yeah, we'll let the law decide. And she's like, wait a minute, no. She's like, those two are my friends. She's like, if one of them, I'd be dead right now if it wasn't for one of them. So yeah, she jumps in a taxi and takes off. So Cap calls John Jameson to pick Spangler the car wolf. Another wolf joke, car wolf. But then, meanwhile, King Cobra is talking to Black Mamba Nasp. He's like, did a hurricane hit this room? And little Black Mamba, she's helping me do my laundry. She's like, is that against the bylaws? he's like, no, you're lying. You guys are you're trying to abscond because you helped Diamondback. He's like, someone tipped off Sidewinder.
Yeah.
And he's like, I even have the phone logs. He's like, the call to his apartment came from, your room. So then she tries to use her powers on him. So he gives her the naked coach whip.
Yeah. Good old coach whip.
And Bushmaster's like, Cobra, look out. You just sicked one of her love phantoms on you. Then Ass blasts him in the face.
Yeah.
Which I guess is a smart move. It's probably one of the only spots that's, still organic and not
and not armored. Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Those arms aren't real. The tail.
Tail, yeah. But then King Cobra takes both of them out with some tranquilizer gas.
Yeah.
Not in the face.
Not in the face.
Gases them, kids.
Yeah.
So then Diamondback's just sitting in a bar and asks the bartender if he knows where she can find some serious muscle. And he goes, all depends. You looking for muscle with firepower? And gives her Paladin's card.
Yeah. I know a guy.
So, yeah, Cap can't find Diamondback. I love it. Yeah, I guess they're going towards her apartment, and John says he really thinks she's going to go there. He's like, probably not, but some of her ex-friends might.
Yeah.
So, yes, the snakes are chilling in Diamondback's apartment. I love that. Yeah, what's the one in Purple's name?
Rock Python?
Oh, yeah.
Or Cottonmouth?
Yeah. No, that's Rock Python. Yeah, I think, yeah, because she calls him Rocky. It's Rock Python. Yeah.
Oh, Rock Python. Yeah, she goes, I'm going to go up on I'm going to crawl back to the roof and chill with Puff.
Don't do anything with Puff I wouldn't do.
And then she goes, button it or I'll rip your lips off. I wouldn't be talking back to her if I was. Yeah.
Oh no! Yeah, no.
Yeah, should haul him right out the window.
But then Cap gets out. He tells John to drop him at the corner because he comes at him from the roof because sees the serpent saucer.
And I love too those brief little panels that we see. And they're really small and simple ones.
Oh, him jumping the roofs and stuff.
Yeah, going up the fire escape, going across the roof. It's just, those are really great.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I love that.
And then Diamondback touches base with Paladin.
Yes.
And again, I know he's a certain way, but man, he really came off creepy in this. Because did they even talk money? Because he's like, oh, yeah, if I help you, yeah, we're going on a date.
Yeah, I know.
I'm like, isn't Paladin usually about the money?
And then he said, do we have a deal? And then Diamondback says, sure, whatever you want. And then Paladin says, I'll remember how you phrased that.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Oh, nasty. I don't know. I don't remember him ever being like that.
Yeah.
Anything else, yeah.
Even when he shows up again in Superior Stratagem, I don't think he's that bad.
Or the assassination plot.
Yes. There were some Avengers issues. Yeah, he was
just kind of like snarky. He was kind of snarky, like he was a wise ass. He was never like raging hormones like this.
I mean, if Grunwald wanted to go this route, they should have talked money, and then he should have been like, "Oh, hey, would you give?
By the way,
maybe give me a date afterwards too." Yeah, okay.
Yeah. By the way, I think you're really hot. Do you want to go on a date after? Yeah, exactly.
Mm-hmm.
Instead of leading with that and be like, "Oh, I'll remember how you phrased that."
Well, again, too, and then he says, she says she wants his help rescuing her two friends. He's like, "Oh, are they as pretty as you?" And she's like, "Oh,
God, yeah." He must have had some blue chew or something right before this mission.
Exactly. Somebody's frustrated. That gun hasn't fired in a while.
He's getting a little antsy.
And speaking of things of a sexual nature, we're puffing Anaconda doing something because when
It looks like it. Yeah,
they're like chest to chest. So are they or something?
I think they were making out. Yeah,
heard some moans from that roof.
Well, they're both about the same size, so it makes sense. Yeah.
So yeah, Kiss. Yeah, Cap's like, I usually don't try to sucker punch guys like this, but he's like, but these two are like the strongest serpents. And again, he thinks he doesn't have the super soldier serum anymore. So
yeah.
So yeah, it looks like they're at least hugging or something. So he just kicks Puff in the back of the head. He's kicking them both in the head and then hitting them with that shield. I love her elongated arm. He's like, isn't this where someone usually has an elbow joint?
Yeah, brings the shield right down on it. You can see the expression on her face, like how much that's going to be agonizing.
I love Grunwald dialogue. Give the lady a cigar, except you're no lady and I don't smoke.
Yeah, you're no lady. Yeah.
But then he's like, yeah, I don't think Diamondback's here. He's like, might as well just make a break for it as soon as I can. Yeah, he kicks Puff out of the Serpent Society.
Yeah, like boots him out.
Kick him right in the ass.
Yeah, boots him right in the ass.
Get out of here.
Get out of here.
Then Diamond and Paladin make it back to the Serpent headquarters. She knocks out that guy at the front desk. That's why I'm like, who are these regular guys who are working for the Serpent Society? Like the guy running the main desk, and then there was like, was it later? Once they captured
somebody in the
Diamondback.
computer room.
Yeah, like communications. Yeah. Or like, where do they advertise for these jobs?
They're all temps.
I guess
they work for a temp agency.
Although, I mean, the Serpent Society is all about like unions and and stuff. So I mean, maybe they got to remember. Sidewinder was talking about good benefits packages. So yeah, they make their way in. They didn't take her clearance away. They just walk right in, and they run into Bushmaster because Diamondback's like, he's like, "What are you doing here?"
Yeah.
So they have him at gunpoint. Want to know where Asp and Black Mamba are? Who's your friend with the gun? Thought it was Captain America. You were sweet on.
Mm-hmm.
And Paladin's like, you didn't mention that. She's like, it's over and done. Oh, really?
Oh.
But then, yeah, Asp and Black Mamba are tied up in the gym. And then when Diamondback's going to untie them, that's when Cobra drops from the ceiling.
Yeah.
I love when Paladin has Bushmaster at gunpoint. He goes, you get him down. I'll keep Mr. Bad Manicure here covered.
Bad Manicure. Yeah.
We're back to Cap fighting the serpents on Diamondback's roof.
Yep. And he actually doesn't do so well against Rock Python.
But kicks him in the head, and his head rock hard.
Yeah.
Again, Grunwald dialogue doesn't need the head wearing its hard as a rock. Or did you think the name Rock Python referred to my taste in music?
Yeah. But then he grabs him by the leg and holds him right. He's going to sling him right off the rooftop.
Yeah, because he's holding him upside down off the roof because Cap dodged Puff at her and ran right into Rock Python. So he's like,
yeah.
That street down there looks like it could use some star-spangled splatter.
Star-spangled splatter. I love it.
He's like, yeah, wiggle free. Yeah, smack me with that shield.
Yeah, go for it. And we're back to the battle with the Serpent Society and Paladin and Diamondback.
Cobra on his back, just like smashing him in the chest with that tail.
Bashing him. And meanwhile, Bushmaster is grappling Diamondback. And he says, blast it, Diamond, I need this job. There's no other way a freak like me can earn a living. Sidewinder abandoned me. Cobra's my boss now.
Mm-hmm.
And he doesn't want to kill
Diamondback
at all, but he feels like he doesn't have a choice. And so she does really the only thing that she can do, she spins her head around. I love this part. One of her earrings, which is of course one of the throwing diamonds, comes off and goes right into Bushmaster's mouth, and it's one of the acid.
Yeah, she was trying for the tear gas, and it was This guy again was. I mean, Bushmaster was. It seemed like he was always the one taking the damage. I mean, the MODOK thing,
and during the Viper attack, like she did a number on him too. I remember she bit him with her poison fangs, and Bushmaster never has an easy go of it.
Now he's getting acid in the mouth.
Yeah. Not in the face.
Not in the face.
I
don't know. I think the face almost might be preferable.
Well, yeah. That's true. Yeah.
That taste is still in my mouth.
But then Cobra blasts Diamondback.
Yeah, poisons her. Yeah. He tells Paladin, surrender now, and maybe I'll get there in the antidote.
Yeah.
It's like, all right, you win, Snake. We get out of this one alive, Diamondback. You're going to owe me more than just one date. Oh,
yeah.
There's the creep.
Yeah. Ugh. So creepy.
Then we get our second part of our U.S. agent.
Yes, a continuation.
And now he's out of the army and is hanging out with his buddies, and that's when they get hit up. It's like, hey, want to go through the power broker treatment?
Yeah, it's lots of fun.
So they get superhuman strength, but then I think most of the people who went through that process were like, yeah, you can sign up for the unlimited class wrestling, but then Ethan Thurm, their
read the fine print.
Yeah, becomes their agent. This creep.
Yeah.
So he tells them he becomes the super patriot with his Buckies.
I wonder, did they ever do another super patriot afterwards? I feel like they did.
Oh, well, remember during Fighting Chance, a new super patriot shows up. Yeah.
But after that, was there another one?
I don't know. Could have been. I'm not sure.
Okay. We'll have to look that up sometime.
Wonder if it's in the notes here. Battlestar, left winger, right winger. If I click on U.S. agent. Yeah, I'm not. Might not be a link for Super Patriot, because usually if you can click on the name, sometimes it'll tell you about all the versions of them. Yeah, no, that's not no, I don't think it's given. Because I'm basically under the U.S. agent, and it's talking about his time as Super Patriot, but. Man, all right.
It might have just been that other one from the Fighting Chance.
Maybe, yeah. Because Cap's like, oh, I know that ain't John Walker.
Yeah.
So it goes in how he was basically just like opening concerts and stuff, but then he staged a fight with the Buckies, and then again, I remember this one. Yeah, Cap comes to him at dinner and warned him against using theatrics to further his cause. And I remember the big fight in the parking lot at the Americade benefit.
Yeah.
Although I really like this because it's drawn by Bagley. Yeah.
Love that. That was a great issue too. I love that issue.
Oh yeah. So again, that's kind of set up the whole captain stuff because he's starting to doubt himself and stuff. Yeah. News bulletin, Grandpa. The national bird is the eagle, not the chicken. So they basically fought through a draw, and then of course they show how he stopped that sniper on top of the Washington Monument. So that's when Val Cooper, once they knew Steve was out, they was like, "You want to be the new Captain America? Me?"
So that's where they ended. Yeah.
Yep. All right, thoughts on this one? Or
love this one. Yeah, it was great to see Paladin again. Although he was, as we've already discussed, he was written really weird. Yeah. I always like to see him though. It's cool to see a mercenary hero in the pages of a story like this. And it makes sense that that a Diamondback would turn to somebody like Paladin.
Well, a mercenary.
Yeah, totally, and especially in a situation like this.
Well, I have to feel if this was years later, she would have gone to Deadpool.
Definitely. Yeah, about 5 years later. Yeah,
Exactly.
definitely. Yeah.
Making all the snake jokes.
Yeah.
Oh, but I said I wanted to do the Citizen V miniseries in the beginning.
Oh, yes.
I
Yeah.
think it's in the beginning of the first one. It's like a couple pages in the first issue. Diamondback does appear.
Okay. Very cool.
Not a lot, but yeah, just a quick appearance.
Okay.
All right. You ready for the next one?
Yes.
All right. Oh, yeah. This is the funny, quick synopsis. All right. Captain America 382. Another great cover.
Yeah, I love this one.
I
think this one's my favorite.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Either this one or the last one. Yeah.
Yeah.
Favorite. February 1991. Why does it always have to be snakes? It's like an Indiana joke.
Best title too. Yeah.
I think same team here. All right, buckle up for this synopsis. The super soldier Cap and the swank soldier of fortune Paladin team up to rescue the slyly seductive Diamondback from the Serpent Society.
Slyly seductive Diamondback. Okay. All right.
Super soldier and the swank soldier of fortune.
Swank.
I read this.
They spent a whole 5 minutes on that synopsis.
5 minutes? What? They have to thumb to the right page in the thesaurus? Jeez.
Yes, that's what I'm saying. Yeah. Slyly seductive Diamondback.
Unless they wrote it recently, I can see AI putting that out.
It does sound very AI, doesn't it?
Captain America and Diamondback play with snakes. All right. Come on. I don't know why it was freezing on me. Now I'm going to wait for Marvel Unlimited to open up again. Come on. There we go.
Damn technology.
I know. Was everyone on their TikToks or something? Damn.
Yeah.
All right.
Well, you get it while you can.
Yes. So, all right, this one opens up. Yeah, Rock Python still holding Cap over the street.
Yes, picking up right where we left off.
Puff Adder. After the whole Star Spangled Splatter line. Cute, Rock. You got a great future as a stand-up comic. Now let go of the dope before he figures out a way to cut loose. So he drops Cap, and we see him hit the street.
See you next fall, Captain, he says.
You see, I know. You see that Puff? I just made the big bad Captain A break his neck.
Yeah.
And I love the voice of reason.
Anaconda.
Yeah, when she's the voice of reason, you know there's trouble.
She's like, let me call Cobra and see if he wants us to bring him Cap. She's like, otherwise, I ain't huffing it all the way down them steps.
Yeah.
Oh shit! Literally, if there ain't, before you do that, let me check in with the boss. Make sure there's a bonus for his hide. If there ain't, I ain't busting my hump.
See, this is kind of bonkers to me because it seems to me like they could have been like, you know what? Why don't we just advertise the fact that we've got Captain America?
Mm-hmm.
I'm sure that there's some villain out there who's like the Red Skull or somebody who's willing to pay for him.
Yeah, because when Cobra tells him not to bring him back, it's Cobra's scared.
Yeah,
because
it makes sense. Yeah,
because he even tells him he's like he's faking it. He's like he's gonna follow you back. He's like, so don't come back here for at least 24 hours.
Yeah,
I love. She's like, oh, we got 24 hours paid vacation gift. So she's like,
live it up.
She's like, let's go to the movie. Steven Seagal's new flick is supposed to be his best.
Yeah. And Rock Python's the one that's pissed about it.
I know. He's like, what a waste. He's like, here am I going down in history as the man who finished off Captain A.
Captain A.
Well, he starts running for the saucer because Anaconda was
They're going to leave him behind. Yeah.
She's like, you ain't inside the saucer by the time the hatch slams, Rock Python. We're ditching you.
We're ditching you.
So
she doesn't mess around. Don't.
Oh, yeah, no.
Don't play with that.
So the saucer takes off and Cap sits up because, of course he let the shield take the fall. Although
of course.
He said the shield absorbed 95% of the impact, but the 5% I felt did nothing for my back.
Well, yeah, I'm sure that didn't feel good, but I'm sure he's also felt a lot worse as well.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But they actually tracked the signal that when they called Cobra, so they can track that Serpent headquarters.
Yeah.
Then we see Cobra calling everyone in because they have Diamondback. So, yes, it's Keener in the communication.
That's right. Yeah. Their communications guru.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So then Cobra goes back to the gym and he's like, I told you I wouldn't be long. And Paladin's like, what about the antidote for Diamondback? It's been almost a half hour. And he says, I did indeed promise the antidote if you surrendered. Unfortunately, an arch-villain never keeps his promises. And then he talk about creepy. Kisses Diamondback on the lips. And says, better get my last kiss in while she's still warm.
While she's still warm. Ew.
Yeah.
Gross. Yeah, that's nasty.
But yeah, he's like, maybe she forgot to mention. Yeah, she was sentenced to death for treason. Then he starts kicking Paladin, who's tied up upside down.
He kicks him right in the head.
I know.
Yeah.
She cheated us. She will not do so again. No, I'll make myself clear.
Ah!
Open here.
He's not having a good day. Cobra's mad.
And then Cap's going in on the Sky Cycle. Again, Grunwald loves these Sky Cycles. Cap or Hawkeye.
He does use them a lot, doesn't he? Yeah.
Cap and Hawkeye, yeah. So yeah, he's able to track the serpents down to like a 5 block radius. So he's like, unless I see something, I might just have to search every building. But then he sees, what's all this smoke? And it's a serpent saucer coming in for a landing. So he just lands on the saucer and lets it take him in.
Yeah. How convenient.
And then so we got Cottonmouth and Fertilance coming back. So
yeah.
Because I love Cottonmouth. He's like, you might want to tell one of the guys, you might want to check that crate out. We heard a weird bump when we landed.
That was no bump, fella. This is a bump. And he drives the shield right into his gut.
Yeah. Again, more Grunwald dialogue. This is a bump. I get those nails trimmed if I were you, Ferdy. A clumsy person like you could really hurt yourself. So he basically trips her off.
Yeah.
So then the guy working the garage, he basically tells him, where can I find, be smart. Tell me where I can find some rope, hose, or chain to tie them up. But then Fertilance comes for him.
Yeah. But he dodges it.
Yeah.
And then uses his shield to smash her claws.
Yeah, because I think she got him stuck in the wall. And he's like, how about I trim them for you? Bam.
Yeah.
Ka-chunk.
Yeah. He says, as for you, Mr. Mechanic, if you were smart, you wouldn't budge an inch from where you're standing.
Yep, ties all them up, and he's like, 2 snakes down already. Then he walks down a hallway, and that's when Bushmaster attacks him.
Yep.
Fool, you think you can walk around our headquarters without tripping an alarm? Well, I was kind of hoping.
Yeah. It's not going to be that easy.
Then we see Bernie talking to her neighbor about, I want to be back with Steve.
All of a sudden I miss Steve.
Well, maybe you shouldn't have dumped him when you did. When he was at one of his lowest points. Thanks a lot.
Yeah. Having second thoughts now.
Now she finished college. Okay.
Now that she's got time for him, she's interested.
Exactly.
I see how it is.
And then Bushmaster, not feeling like the same towards Cap as he did Diamondback, because he said,
no.
He said, you helped save my life last time we met, Captain. He's like, pity I can't return the favor.
Yeah. He doesn't have any scruples about ending Captain America's life.
Yeah, he's going to hit Cap with one of his claws. Cap grabs his hand and kind of twists it. And he's also like, and now unless you want me to help you floss, cut me some slack.
Cut me some slack.
You got to help me. Or you want me to help you floss? And that's what Bushmaster's like. He's like, his grip on my artificial limb, incredible. Couldn't bear to have it wrenched from its socket again, like when MODOK blew him off.
Yep, editor's note, Cap number 313.
Yeah, that's right, which we covered at the beginning of the month.
Yes.
But yeah, man, slide his shield.
His hands
arm out of his shield, yeah.
Punches Bushmaster right in the head. Yeah, knocks him out.
And he's like, no point tying him up. They obviously know I'm here already. So best bet is to move fast before they get their fences together. That's when he finds the gym and everyone tied up. And Cobra once again leaping from the ceiling.
Yep.
I love that
sneak attack.
So he's coming at Cap, and Cap just like turns and like hits him with the shield. So he goes high.
Yeah.
Cobra, how nice of you to drop by. I love Grudon.
Yeah, he's on a roll with this one.
It's King Cobra now, you accursed interloper. Whoa, I'm impressed. You got a new thesaurus, right?
Yeah.
And speaking of rights, and he punches him in the head.
Yeah.
But then he slithers away and gets the Diamondback. Drop your shield gently again, creepy dialogue. Drop your shield to the floor, or this rancid sack of street meat you call your girlfriend will lose her head over you.
Yeah. Ugh.
Street meat.
He's got to be nasty about it, I guess.
Mm-hmm. But he says, kill her, Cobra, and you'll regret it for the rest of your miserable life.
He says, life's full of regrets, Captain. Now sit on the floor with your hands under your buttocks.
Justin's like, I'll put my hands under his buttocks.
Or his hands under my buttocks, like, whatever.
I mean, just the exercise he gets. I mean, that's gonna be a rock hard butt for Justin.
Yeah, that's absolutely. You could probably bounce a bullet off it. It's crazy.
And I love the bluff. He's like, okay, Cobra, if I were you, I'd seriously think about escape right now. The rest of the Avengers are right outside. He's thinking, in a manner of speaking. Among them is Thor. You do remember the god of thunder, don't you? And just look at Cobra's face. Like,
he immediately takes off.
He's like, well, he's got even less patience now than he had. Cobra just that's when Caps is like, why is Diamondback foaming at the mouth?
Yeah, what's wrong with her?
Paladin. Boy Scout. She's been poisoned.
Freeze Black Mamba as well.
Yeah, because she's like, I know where the antidote is. She's like, hurry, she's my friend too. And so he grabs Diamondback and they're going to the antidote, and that's when Cobra shows back up with
more reinforcements. He's got the Rattler, Black Racer, and Coach Whip.
Yep. So Cap hands Diamondback off to Black Mamba and says, here, get her the antidote. And he's like, I'll clear you a path, and just like
launches himself into all of them.
Exactly. But then Black Racer's hitting him from behind until Ass blasts her in the back of the head.
Blasts her, yeah. Takes her right out.
It's like, Ass, thanks, lady.
Yeah.
Paladin, look alive, capsize.
Capsize. Love that. Yeah.
And I love this. Yeah, Cobra jumps on Cap's back and he just like whips his shield straight up and it comes down and just like nails Cobra in the back. Like,
it ricochets off. Yeah. And then he hurls Cobra directly into Rattler.
Yes. Because Cobra's like screaming, he's like, you can't defeat us. We're the Avengers of the underworld. And he's like, you're better organized than most organizations or crooks I go up against, but you're no Avengers, Cobra, not by a long shot.
Not by a long shot.
But then I guess Coach Whip went after Black Mamba and Diamondback. So Cap's like, secure these three and I'll go after Coach Whip. And Asp is even like, whoa, he's so sure of himself. I'm going to get and see what Rachel sees in him.
Yeah.
But yeah, Black Mamba tries to use her power on Coach Whip. And she's like, yeah, get real.
Get real, sister. She blasts her with those electrified whips. She blasts through the Dark Force Phantoms and almost kills both Black Mamba and Diamondback with them.
Oh, yeah, because I mean, not only the whips around their necks, but yeah, they're electrified. But
yeah.
I guess Diamondback picks up that hypodermic, the antidote must be in it, just throws it and hits her in the head.
Hits her like square between like the eyes, it looks like. Yeah. Oh man, that's gotta hurt.
Oh yeah. And then we see the Cap's called in the people from the vault to take the serpents away.
We've got a bunch of guardsmen in the background hauling some people away, and we see Coach Whip on a stretcher. And Phil, I would have pissed myself laughing if they had thought to put like the syringe still sticking out of her head as she's being taken away on that stretcher.
That would have been funny. But
I was so hoping to see that.
I think she has a bandage. If you zoom in, I think there's a bandage on her head. Yeah. Oh.
They don't dare to take it out.
But yeah, they're not taking Black Mamba or Asp away because like even Diamondback's like she's like I wonder why I made such a big deal of it last night, you know.
Mm-hmm.
But then she's still playing, you know, because she's like, oh, Paladin, ready for your date? I owe you. So
yeah,
trying to make Steve jealous. But meanwhile, when he goes back to Avengers Mansion, and then oh, you have a visitor, and it's Bernie.
Yep.
Oh no! What a horrible existence. Superhero, and you got two hot chicks after you. Oh
yeah,
no.
two beautiful women that are vying for your attentions. Damn.
There's not a bad choice in that bunch. Oh my lord.
Yeah.
Either hot woman A who can keep up with your superhero life, or hot woman B who's a lawyer is probably going to make a boatload of money.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
So yeah, that's how that one ends. But then, then we finish up that U.S. agent. We see how the left and right winger reveal his identity to the world, and then that leads to the watchdogs capturing his parents and them eventually getting killed.
The darkest moment in his life.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, by far.
Again, he's like, I don't even remember. He's like, I blank out, and all I see is a blur of limp bodies and cracked helmets and buckets of blood.
Buckets of blood. Yeah. Oh man.
Mm-hmm. And then he says, he sits there for an hour talking to them dead parents.
Yeah.
Oh, but then, the only thing that makes him feel better is blowing up left and right winger.
Yeah.
Which I think he says, he gets in trouble even though they didn't die. But yeah, they wish they were dead until they could.
Yeah, well, we've learned basically.
Cover that, yeah.
Yeah.
Burned over like 90% of their body. They had basically had no skin, yeah.
Yeah.
Which again, I think we said at that time, I like that Grunwald actually did it to show like, oh yeah, stuff like this has consequences,
You're right. They basically did die. For all intents and purposes, he did kill them.
Oh, he basically, but they were literally in constant agony until they died. Yeah,
exactly. Yeah, it was a very slow demise.
And then the whole thing in Cap 350 when he saves Steve from the skull gets a face of his own dust to death. And
yeah. That great classic moment.
Exactly. And again, drawn by Bagley, man.
Yeah, so good, right?
Yeah, I was going to say, I want that whole saga drawn by Bagley.
I know, yeah.
Again, the art wasn't bad, but I want to see Bagley's take on it.
It's nice to see, these different perspectives. And that story was only like a year before that backup, right? 350? What issue we were on?
Oh, this one we're talking about now. Well, this is 382. So.
Oh, okay. So it'd been it'd been a few years.
Yeah, there was some stuff in between. Again, we had Bloodstone Hunt, we had Streets of Poison, we had Acts of Vengeance, all that.
Acts of Vengeance, all kinds of stuff happened. Yeah. That's true. So it would have been about 3 years.
Yeah, then they kind of fill in a little bit of the blanks here because again, it's like after Steve going back to being Captain America, him and the General came up with this plan that he gets to work for them as U.S. agent, but they fake his death and stuff. Yeah, I love that. He's like, I'm later told I was so convincing the General thought they had made a mistake and killed me. That was the point.
Yeah.
But then as he's about to come out of it, they alter his memory again to say, oh yeah, you asked for us to take your parents' death out of your memories. So, and again, it's like you mess with my memories. Why would they mess with them again?
Yeah, exactly. It's the government; they're good at that.
Should have went the Avengers or somebody, but yeah. But U.S. agent just chalks it up to, I was under all these drugs. I wouldn't have asked you to do that if I hadn't been. He's like, oh, sorry, I accused you. And it's like, oh, no problem.
It was the drugs, man. I tell you, it was the drugs.
All right. So yes. What do you think, Justin?
I love this. I loved the whole trial of Diamondback. I thought it made total sense that the Serpent Society would eventually try to get some answers out of her once they found out that she was dating Captain America. I felt like this story was inevitable, really, given her past with the team. Even though she makes a point to say that she was on leave with the team, and
she's like, "Who are you people to tell me who I can date and see?"
Yeah, her private life is her own business. Which makes total sense.
I guess they wouldn't care if it wasn't their greatest enemy.
Well, yeah, that's true too. If it was somebody like Paladin, they probably wouldn't care at all.
The only reason they would care about Paladin is like they probably care that he probably tries to steal mercenary jobs from them.
Oh yeah, competition for jobs, right?
You're dating the competition. That would be there. Yeah.
Conflict of interest. Yeah. But in the case with Captain America, it's I can see why they would freak out thinking that she's selling their secrets to him. But
not only our greatest enemy, but the leader of the Avengers.
The leader of the Avengers. But again, we have to circle back to the point that Rachel makes, which is an excellent one. If I had told him about you guys, don't you think that he would have already come in here with at least 2 or 3 other Avengers and just stomped the crap out of this place and taken you all to the vault? Like, it's been years now. Why do you think that that's never happened?
Yeah, but then it was a Coach Whip who made some point. She's like, why are we expected to just like sit here and be patient? Well, who knows when she's going to talk in her sleep?
Oh, yeah. Well,
meaning she's going to sleep with him and then, just, say something.
Yeah.
Although I think it was Cobra's being scared because as they kind of hinted at this issue, Cobra's probably like, yeah, I don't need you dating the guy who has Thor on speed dial.
You're right. Yeah. Yeah. I think he has some PTSD when it comes to Thor. What do you think?
Oh, well.
Yeah. We could cover some of those issues sometime. Some of those Thor issues where he fights Cobra.
I mean, if you're like almost a normal human, because he's basically just a contortionist, it's like, yeah, and you fought Thor, it's like, yeah, hopefully I didn't piss off the guy who like can arm wrestle the Hulk.
Yeah, just a casual tap of Mjolnir would send Cobra flying through a nearby brick wall.
Oh yeah, I mean, if Cap really wanted to clean up, he would just send in Thor solo.
Yeah, that's all for the Serpent Society. Yeah, that's all it would take. Yeah,
tapping my way downtown
with that mallet, huh, Justin?
Yeah, with that mallet, swing that thing
with that hammer.
tapping my way downtown.
Only if you're worthy can you pick it up, Justin.
That's right. That's right. I'm always worthy.
Oh, why? For them blonde biscuits.
Always worthy. Yeah, what did you think of this one?
I like it. Again, I love Grunwald stuff, but again, I especially like this, that, and there's consequences to her relationship with Cap, and Again, I think it's kind of like a turning point where it's like, yeah, she ain't going back to the Serpent Society. And
yeah, it's quite a shakeup too, because they lose not only Diamondback but Black Mamba and Asp.
Yeah, because those 3 kind of start their own thing for a while.
Yeah.
Oh, we have to do Superior Stratagem at some point.
Oh, we do. Let's maybe put that on the file for next year.
2026.
2026.
Add it to the list. Oh.
We could do 2 whole weeks of just that.
Yeah. You know what we should do instead of doing a big event like we're doing Secret Wars 2 this year and stuff, and like some of the other big events? Maybe just do some of the summer events. We could do the Cap ones, but some of the other
smaller 6-part ones.
Yeah, like summer events,
Yeah, ones that we can do in like 2 or 3 episodes. Or 3 months.
Just the the bi-weekly stuff they do, like
yes,
and would do that, and
I love that one. The Avengers, the crossing line.
Yes.
Alpha Flight.
Yes.
The
Russians.
That one. Yes. There was also a Thor one.
Oh, was Black Galaxy technically one of those?
I think that might have been.
Was it a summer? It might have been.
But I felt like there was another one. I can't remember what it was offhand. Maybe it was the Thor War one. Where there was.
Oh yeah, Thor War. We could do that on one. I think that was only 4 issues. We could do that.
Was it only 4? Okay.
Yeah.
I loved that one.
Yeah,
with Beta Ray Bill and the future and Dargo. Yeah, that was
only 4. Yeah, we could get that out in one episode easy.
I love that one.
Yeah.
There were a couple of other ones that I'm forgetting though.
I'm trying to save it for whenever that damn. I mean, is Armor Wars still a TV show or a movie? But again, Armor Wars and Armor Wars 2.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
There's speaking of Iron Man, there's a great Iron Man story that we should do at some point, maybe next year, that was written by John Byrne and drawn by Paul Ryan. It was the Dragon Seed Saga.
Oh, yeah.
And it involved the Mandarin and Fin Fang Foom, and it was amazing.
Yeah, I think that was like right before Galactic Storm. Yeah.
It was. Yeah, it was right before it. Yeah.
Yeah, because it was, I think, maybe the last issue or somewhere close. It was 275. Yeah.
Yeah. I think that was the finale of it.
Oh,
but that was tremendous. I would love to cover that one.
Oh, yeah, definitely. Yeah, no. That, especially that era, Iron Man, no. Yeah. Don't try to talk me into that.
Definitely, yeah.
And again, more the Len Kaminsky stuff. I mean.
Oh, yeah.
So I think for my birthday month, where I think, what are we getting up to, like 288 or 289? But
yes.
I still, at some point, I want to keep going and get to that road to 300 there.
Yeah. I love 300. Yeah. Definitely. We will do it.
That telepresence armor he was driving by remote control. Yeah.
Yep. That great Tom Morgan artwork in that era.
I think there might be a Modam appearance in there.
There is.
Yeah.
At least one. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Yeah, we got to do all that. Yeah.
Yeah, it's great stuff.
All right. So, yeah, kids, send us your request for 2026.
Yeah. We're already filling up the year as we speak, and January isn't over yet.
That's right. Well, technically, these are February episodes, but
That's true. That's true. Yes.
But
we're time traveling.
Hell, 2025 was filled up before January.
That's true.
Kids,
we're showing some restraint this year.
Kids, if you have requests, get them in quick.
Yeah.
Because again, we're always like, hey, what about we do this one?
What about this one? What about this one?
And it's like, oh, hey, we just scheduled the whole year. But again, there's just so much good stuff, man.
There is. There's so much to choose from. And there's so many classic ones.
And again, I get excited because again, kids, this Justin will do stuff that Lilith won't.
That's right.
half the 90s goodness she doesn't appreciate. This does.
As we'll discuss on the plugs.
I mean, that's like the magic of especially on the Scarlet Spider episodes, like when you and Ray are on. Again, we're around the same age. We've all read the same stuff. So it's like, hey, remember this? Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I remember that. Or sometimes there will be ones that we haven't read, such as the case of Slingers, but we know that the others of us will appreciate it or find something in it to enjoy.
That is nice. They when one of us has read it and the other one hasn't. Yeah. Recommendations
but we know that the other person
our tastes in comics are about the same. So.
Yes. Yeah. Totally.
And that Ray will go along with anything. Well, I think he trusts our taste too. So.
Yes.
All right. So yes, kids. So this was the final episode for February. Also, and if you need more Captain America, make sure you listen to our X-Men Classics episodes this month. Captain America in them also. So
even more over there. 2 episodes featuring, or 3 actually.
What, the X-Men? No, it was 2.
Oh, 2, yes.
This month, yeah. I mean, we covered a bunch of issues, but
we covered 3 stories, but we did it in 2. Yeah.
And there was actually a Captain America annual in one of those X-Men.
That's right.
Episodes. Yes.
By
Grunwald,
Yes, featuring some gorgeous Mike Zeck artwork.
All right, so next month, kids, we're going to get, thanks to Justin, you're going to get, next episode will be the Thunderbolts 2000 annual, the Avengers 2000 annual, and also the 3-issue Hellcat series from that time, so. So thank Justin for sending me that Hellcat miniseries. Yes.
An undiscovered gem.
Exactly.
Yes.
And then, the other 2 episodes of Marvel Tales that month will be, the Mockingbird series, the first 4 issues, the first episode, and then the second 4, because it was only 8 issues, the second episode. So, yes.
Which will be new to me. I'm really excited to read that one.
It's kind of newish to me. I just read it within the last year. So, yeah, it's
nice.
Yeah, it wasn't I'm trying to remember when it came out. Was it
2010 or 11, right?
Something like that. Yeah, I was going to say it was something like that. I'm always like, that wasn't that long ago. It was 15 years ago?
15 years ago. Oh, no. Yeah.
Okay, kids, I'm an old man. Anything after Civil War, I'm like, that's the
exactly.
Oh, Lord.
Everything after 2000. Yeah.
Again, I'm always like, oh, why aren't these stupid kids reading, like this Grunwald stuff? It's like 30 years old. I'm like, oh, God.
Going on 40 now.
I know.
Oh.
Yeah. Ugh. This is what us latchkey kids read, kids. Come on.
Right. Yes, this was our entertainment. This is what kept us away from drugs when we were kids.
Oh, were you a latchkey kid too? So were me.
Oh, totally. Yes, absolutely.
One of the first things me and Love bonded over. Oh, we're only children. Oh, yeah, cool. We're latchkey.
Yeah,
Cool.
absolutely. Yep. I didn't have brothers and sisters to bother me or to get into my stuff. So.
You were an only child too. Wow.
Yep.
Nice.
Yep.
Nice.
Spoiled brat.
So are me and Lilith.
Yep.
All right, kids. And yes, and make sure to check out X-Men Classics next month for the 2-part X Factor Judgment War. So
another favorite of mine.
Exactly.
Yes.
So yeah, lots of good stuff coming. Or if you want to send us feedback for the issues we've already done, or the upcoming stuff, definitely. Yes, we want to hear your thoughts.
Yes.
So email us, CapesandLunatics@gmail.com, or call the voicemail 614-382-2737. That's 614-38-CAPES. And again, you can find all episodes on the new website, CapesLunatics.wordpress.com. Again, help support us, buy all the merch at TeePublic and Spring. You can also just rain random money on us through the Cash App link. As God, you think Cobra was afraid of Thor? You'll be afraid of Lilith Hellfire if you don't rain random money on us through the Cash App. Like, talk about bring the thunder. So yes, Capes and Lunatics on Cash App.
Make it rain.
And of course, the Patreon, where again you get exclusive, uncensored content from me and the Queen of Mean. And again, it's not just all comics; anything goes there. And if you are a subscriber, like our friend down here, yes, you can request topics for us to discuss. So, I remember I was just today. I was just like, oh hey, little thing, she forgot what we were doing for January. I'm like, yeah, Ray wants to know all the secrets. She's like, oh, I was like, oh, strip club DJ? I know Justin was here. She's like, oh, I don't know. I'm just like, every time I'm like a cheerleader, I don't know. I'm like, you're just gonna make up shit and say it, right?
Now I really can't wait to hear.
I know. Oh,
yeah,
that's when the aliens beam me up.
We're gonna get something totally out of left field.
Ray was all obsessed for a while, like what her real name was. Yeah, Hellfire. But I said, you know what you should do? I said, make one name for every letter of the alphabet. Put your real name in there. So it's like, yeah, okay, Ray, the real name's in there, but there's also 25 fakes too. So, although you could probably try to narrow it down. It's like, okay, it's not Xenon.
Yeah. Xavier.
It's not Zatanna. Okay, yeah.
Zatanna.
All right, kids. So yeah, subscribe to the Patreon, patreon.com/CapesandLunatics. All right. And of course, this Justin the Owl. I'm glad he's here. I'm glad he's part of the team. You can hear him every week here on Marvel Tales or X-Men Classics. You can also hear him again on the returning Energon Universe and One World Under Doom podcast right here.
Yep. Back by popular demand.
That's right. And of course, he's also the new co-host with me and Ray on the end of the month Scarlet Spider episode, and sometimes Slinger episodes on Ultimate Spider-Cast.
We're actually going to be spending most of the year with the Slingers.
Yeah, one more. Yeah, February this month will be Scarlet Spider episode. Yeah, there's going to be a lot of Slingers for a while.
Yeah.
Although those first two are technically Spider-Man, but yeah, well,
right. But
him wearing the suits. But yeah. Lots of Slinger stuff coming, kids.
Love it.
And again, if you're not familiar with the Slingers, you will be if you listen every month.
That's right. Check it out. It'll be new to me too, so we'll discover it together.
Exactly. And again, you can hear him on Sidekick, Capes Lunatic Sidekicks on at least once a month on We're the Night, the Batman podcast. Talking Azrael at least once a month, but he does drop by every so often for other episodes like Catwoman and Killer Moth,
Anarchy and
yes.
Who knows what else? All kinds of stuff.
And you can catch him every so often on Electric Mullet, the Superman podcast.
Yes, several times this year, as a matter of fact.
especially like one of his favorite characters, like Maxima, shows up.
Yes, Maxima.
Or Superman's half naked in a gladiator suit.
Yes,
he brings this guy
yeah.
out.
Whenever he shows some skin, I'm right there.
Oh, that hairy chested Superman. My bird. But that's not all this gentleman does. You think no one else could humanly fit in more podcasting, but he does. So
I do.
You can catch him on these shows.
These shows every month. You can find me with Russell over on Gamma Charge, talking about either the Immortal Hulk or the Sensational She-Hulk. And we also have a Patreon where we're talking about some of DC's versions of the Hulk. So do check that out. And on Predator and Prey, we're joined by the aforementioned High Priest of Khonshu himself, Ray, and Sparky, and we're discussing some classic Dark Horse comics featuring Fox's Predator. And last but certainly not least, my solo show, The Lost Library of Legends, is dedicated to lost, forgotten, and obscure comic book series of the past. And I'm currently doing a multiple-part retrospective on a title from the Malibu Ultraverse.
Going back to the 90s here, bitch. I'm going to eat this up with a fork and spoon. Don't shock the monkey. There'll be some dicks waving around in here.
See how excited he gets about comics, kids.
That's right.
Comic shipment.
I love it.
I'm waiting for them to do another sale so I can do another one of those videos.
Oh, nice. Oh, you know what? If you don't get a new shipment, just like pull out some old stuff and be like, "Oh, this is one of my favorites. No, this sucks."
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
But what I might do is like go to my local comic shop and just get like a random bag full of back issues and stuff.
Nice.
And do that. Yeah.
Yeah, I know my guy used to do that. Like, he had a bunch of back issues he needed to get rid of to make space because the shop is small. Like, he would do like a sidewalk sale, and I forget how much it was, but it was like for one price. It's like however many comics you can fit in this bag. That's,
Ooh, nice. I love that. Yeah, that's good stuff.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
All right, kids. Thank you for joining us.
Yes.
Again,
It's been fun Captain America month.
Exactly. And then, yes, next month we'll start out with Hellcat again.
Yep. Spending some more time with Patsy.
And some Avengers and Thunderbolts.
That's true.
And Mockingbird.
Yeah. It'll be fun. We're going to have a great month.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
All right, kids. Come back next time. And remember, watch where you put your King Cobra.